the SummerSlam Fallout from SmackDown, which saw they had a Hail to the Chief, which they were building around because, you know, Roman won again, and it was just like, well, now since Jimmy helped me out, Jimmy is going to acknowledge me. I will probably make him the right hand, and we're going to, you know, keep doing this kind of stuff. But no, we wasn't ready for what happened. Well, I mean, well, we can say he was though. But going over quick SmackDown, they was in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and like I said, also was going about what happened after SummerSlam. They kicked off the show with Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. And I was like, oh God, how they gonna book themselves out of this one? Which, you know, it happened because the match ain't really last that long because Damage Control came out. Dakota Kai's still not healthy yet, but it came out and interrupt the matchup, and the referee calls for both, you know, calls for the bell, and they both beat up Charlotte and Asuka after the matchup, which is going to indicate that it's probably going to be a tag team match. That's going to be
most likely,
at Payback between like Asuka and Charlotte against Damage Control. Now you may ask yourself, where's Bianca? Bianca wasn't out there. I'm just saying. Can Bianca be like, you know what, I'm tired of shit. I'm gonna go with Bobby and my husband.
oh my gosh.
And I won't be in this Hurt Business 2.0.
Here's hoping.
Can we at least see if it's good first before we just shoehorn her into it?
Okay, I'm about this. What are you looking like? Because as of right now, like I said, people are already excited for it. They just did a heel move last week, and they got cheered out the building. They did a heel move. They attacked the Brawling Brutes and the Viking Raiders. And as they were beating both, because the Brawling Brutes is a face team, and they came out there and ruined the match, beat them down, and they came out there and they was cheering hard for them. And when Bobby came out, the Bobby fans was going crazy. So I'm just saying, you know, it's a possibility of, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe something, you know, WWE, something you gotta wait sometime because they'll make it happen and then everybody like it, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, then they just do something stupid and ruin it. So
I mean, it's a possibility, but you know what? Honestly, I have more faith in this version opposed to doing it again with Cedric and Shelton.
okay.
Because
Hey, Tom, you got to remember too, man. Sometimes the heels get cheered for. You know what I'm saying? Look at Shayna Baszler. Any other person she was going up against, she was not going to get cheered for. But because it was Ronda, oh, she the baby face. Same with Baron Corbin and the alleged rapist, Gable Stevenson. There we go.
Yeah. So that's fine. Yeah, but going on backstage, Santos is ready because he's about to go against Austin Theory for United States Championship, but Austin attacks him, slams a piece of equipment onto Santos Escobar's leg. Injury angle. And then we go, and it's like, okay, well,
he gets replaced by somebody that was actually injured. I thought
he may be cleared now, but we get AJ Styles with Michin Mia Yim versus Karrion Kross. I will say this. I have a question. Okay, go ahead.
When did AJ Styles get this like Urban Youth beard?
When did he get the Urban Youth beard?
You unlock 100,000 plays of that theme song. It comes with it.
His beard looks a little longer than usual, and it looks like odd.
A little more Philly-ish.
A little more Philly. I mean, it could. I mean, first of all, he has been hanging out with me and him a lot.
There you go.
Just saying.
That's only half of the time.
And I'm about to say, and Sis was out there with her Jordans and her camo capris and her tank top on yesterday. Looking, you know, she gonna beat her because he out there.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like if she puts her style onto the OC, like they come out in Jordans and like.
Yo, that would not fly. That would not be.
No, I mean, sir. No, they are. No, they gonna like undercover cops. No,
bro, not undercover cops.
What, Jordan? AJ can't come up with Jordan?
Now, I mean,
see, you're not talking about just sneakers though. You talking about the whole fit.
No. Just like I'm talking about Jordans and like other gear
now,
that they.
Now, Prime, you are.
Is that not what I just said?
I say, Prime,
I'm not talking about the whole Jordan fit. I'm talking about Jordans, just Jordans.
No, I know you're not saying the whole Jordan fit. I'm just saying a fit.
I'm just saying, but
start with Jordans. Start with Jordans.
You can't go out there with no J's and an OC shirt. That ain't how it's gonna, come down. I'm just saying, you gonna have to have the look, have the fade like me, but.
Yeah, I'm talking about, you can wear an OC shirt, OC J's, some jeans.
I mean, if they actually cared about the OC, then they'll probably do that. But in the meantime, this is Karrion Kross' probably best match. I mean, the highlight was how me and him threw the shit out of Scarlett over the announce table. Like, I know y'all saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
I mean, she threw her like we in the hood. She just said,
yeah.
She said, "Don't take that." Like Scarlett, missed. She caught the end of the announce table before she ran to them cheers. I was like, "Damn!"
Yeah.
There was a crowd like, "Sis."
A lot of people were criticizing this match though because of Kross apparently sandbagged AJ.
On
at one point, it was a spot. AJ was up the turnbuckle. I was about to say turnpike, Lord. He was up the turnbuckle and he did a flip. And I guess it was supposed to just end with him and Kross falling to the mat, but Kross caught him. So AJ tried to turn into, I guess, maybe some sort of suplex or something. But Kross was just not letting it happen. So he just reverse DDT'd him instead.
No, okay, so yeah, I know what you're talking about. So AJ does this move where he does a backflip into a reverse DDT, which is hard to do, especially if you ain't got a good dance partner to do it with, because you got to catch that. And I think Kross botched it because I think Kross was trying to be like, hey, let me catch him, and maybe is he trying to do this? And they tried to redo the move, and it was a miscommunication, and it just looked terrible. And they that's what AJ does. Like this. Yeah, he goes off the middle rope and does a reverse DDT.
Reverse DDT.
Yeah,
because to me it looked like he sandbagged him. I'm like, oh snap. Yeah, but at the same time, though, it did look like he was trying to be careful in catching.
Yeah, because
I can see what you're saying.
Y'all and Kross knew truly what was coming, but AJ wins with the Styles Clash. I was praying that, hey, Kross, take the move right, so we won't have no problems. And it was cool. I like I said, I think this is one of Karrion Kross's better matches that he had, but the feud is just cold. I don't care about the feud. I don't care about the story. Was the match fine? Yes, but I don't think it didn't do good for any of the competitors. It didn't do nothing good for AJ. It didn't do nothing good for Karrion Kross.
Now, earlier I was asking if y'all had seen the Karrion Kross theory that fans are kind of running with now. How even though he's losing the matches, he's keeping up with his promises because everything he said he was going to do kind of happened. Like he told Shinsuke he's going to take away his honor. Now Shinsuke turned heel. Told Madcap he was going to take away his joy. Now he's back to just Riddick Moss, like not funny, telling jokes. Like it's a whole list out there. It kind of makes sense, but I don't think WWE, even with Triple H at the helm, is that and like that Easter eggy.
You know what? I was about to say the same thing. I would give it a benefit of the doubt if it was a Triple H by himself. But now that we know we got the old man in the weeds, and he called him like, "Hey, we need Omos at SummerSlam." There's no way that it just so happens that it's a coincidence. But Kross keeps losing, so it's just like, but I don't know if they want to try like repackage him and be like, "Hey, I kept all the promises," but I'm just like, but you got to do a little bit more than that because right now Kross has lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he needs to win, like some matches. Because I was like, it was pretty interesting because it makes sense, but like, because it was like one of them was like he told the Bloodline their time is almost up, and here we are, so. It makes sense, but
you're good for 3 years already.
It's too like it's too good for WWE to write like that.
That's how most fans play themselves too.
What'd you say, Par?
That's how most fans complain themselves. They be like, "Oh, because so and so's out, he's gonna come back at the Royal Rumble." And then when they don't come back, they be like, "Man, this sucks." Because I thought so and so's come back. It's like they never even hinted at this person coming back. What you made it up in your mind? So,
yeah, you're right. So now Edge comes out because we're in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and he talks about that. It's been too long since they seen each other, and then, he says next week in Toronto he wants to have a match with somebody that he never faced one-on-one before, and that person that he wants is Sheamus.
Can't be that can't be true.
I think because I'm saying looking back, I don't think him and Sheamus came in 2009.
Can't be true.
No. Because I knew he was gonna get here. So they never had a singles match.
Yeah,
but they were in a tag. They were in a tag team match against each other, but that was it. Because a lot of people was like, wait a second, we saw y'all in the ring together. It was a tag match that they were in on opposite teams, but they were never in a singles match.
That's the one thing Edge said. He said he'd never been in a singles match with Sheamus before. And if you think about it, Sheamus came in 2009, right? Edge
I'm thinking about it, but do I care?
Say what?
I'm thinking about it, but do I care? You mean to about all the people? And she's like, I want to face this person for respect. You gonna choose?
Listen.
I'm
gonna tell you what it is.
Sheamus right now.
WWE, no, we're not. But WWE has been seeing what Sheamus been saying about the company. So, or they've been seeing his grievances. So it's just like, toss him in there with Edge.
But also, I don't even think it was a WWE thing. I think Edge was on that look because I think this is part 1 of the Edge retirement tour. Because Edge says, when they have like a major show in Canada, that's what he wants to retire in Canada. So there is a possibility that right now is the start of like Edge wants to go out, do the match that he hasn't had with some of the remaining superstars, and then when they have like a next big show in Canada, I ain't talking about like a payback. So I'm talking about like if they do like a Rumble or SummerSlam next year or Survivor Series, Mania is obviously in Philly, or Money in the Bank. That's where he wants to have his last match at. And somebody like Sheamus is a fresh match. Sheamus, at his mid-40s age, be putting on bangers. Sheamus can go out there and still just have great matches. And for somebody like Edge now, everybody know that Edge is the 30-minute guy, right? But it's not going to happen that way. But they also have history, as y'all know.
I'm just saying, if you miss 10 years, I'm not gonna be like, I'm a fight this dude that I could have fought when I was here. I'm like, no, I'm trying to fight like Gunther. I'm trying to fight like.
But what would that do? Like what? Right now, do I want to see an Edge
people that he hasn't fought before?
Say what?
Of him to fight people that he hasn't fought before?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But as of right now, for it to be like, it's all about telling the story. Because if he just said I want to do Gunther, it's like, okay, now we got a whole angle. He's going to heal it up, and then it's going to be like, we know Edge ain't going to win that matchup, so it's going to like, why do that? But the thing about Sheamus is it comes full circle about what happened with the Celtic Warrior workouts. By the way, Q4, do you watch the Celtic Warrior workouts?
That is not true. People is not going to be the hardest.
I watched I'll catch the highlights if it's on Twitter or if it pops up on my YouTube, but like I don't watch the whole show.
Yeah, I'm saying I watched what I'm saying, but Sheamus in that episode is the reason why Edge came back. So
it's canon now.
Yeah, are you serious right now? Yeah, they showed it on the screen where Edge wiped out on his bike. And he no-sold it. I mean, he got fucked up pretty bad, but he no-sold it and was like, all right, I can take a bump and get back in doing this. And then Sheamus talked about when he was a rookie and he was just trying to get into the business and he was trying to figure out what to do. And Edge is the only wrestler that gave him any of the time of the day. They have history. And to think that it's been this long since they both been in the company that they haven't interacted on a one-on-one, I don't mind seeing Sheamus and Edge at one, because right now that match can go either way. You can put Edge over in Canada, and Sheamus losing ain't gonna be bad because Sheamus puts on bangers, or Sheamus can win, and it could be like Edge is doing the retirement tour. So it's a fresh match, something that we've been asking for anyway.
Yeah. Let the record show. Like, I'm not mad at this match at all.
It's not that I'm mad at it. I just like, if Edge is actually retiring, I want him to like have a checklist of people that he wants to.
He's not retiring next week.
I know what I'm saying. Start with Sheamus.
But here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter if it was Sheamus now or if it was Sheamus down the road. He's going. Because this is what Edge wants to do. So I'm like, if Edge wants to go against Gunther, that can happen. If Edge wants to go against I'm trying to think of a top name, Drew McIntyre, if he wants to come back. But Drew after that match or something said, I can tell Drew don't want to be here no more. So, but other than that, Brian, Edge has interacted with most of the people on the roster already. He did AJ Styles. He's done Roman. He's done Seth. He did Kevin Owens at a house show.
He might as well go ahead and be part of the jet fuel for LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, if he wants to like do LA Knight, maybe if he wants to do Bobby Lashley, you know, spear, sure, maybe. I'm just saying, but you know, but if he was like, hey, we do Bobby Lashley right now, you don't want to see that match. We try to figure out who Bobby Lashley is right now. So we know who Sheamus is. We know Sheamus is going to give you a good match. It's on a SmackDown in Canada, and it's like if Sheamus loses, it don't hurt Sheamus that bad. And if it was Gunther, you just automatically know that Gunther's going to win this. Maybe you want to give Edge the win. You're not going to give Edge a win over Gunther on a random SmackDown. So that's why I have no problem with it. The match is going to be good. It's going to be long, unfortunately, but it's going to be good because, you know, Edge got to do his 20 to 30 minute classics. But as long as the match is cool, you know what I'm saying, I'm fine with it. I ain't got no beef with it at all. And like I said, it's a fresh match. That's one day we've been complaining about the show, and that's having fresh matches. So they Edge showed a picture of Sheamus on his daughter's bike, and you know it was kind of just busting it up. And then he said, "Look, how about, you know, after the match we go have some scotch?" He said, "You turn to a pint of Guinness, and then we got a deal." And then he shook Edge's hand, and he brought him close and said, "Let's just hope you're not making a mistake." So I'm not saying it's gonna turn into no rivalry. I think probably it's gonna just be a one-off, because right now Sheamus got to find a way to get an Intercontinental Championship somehow. I don't know how. But because Gunther needs to go on to bigger and better things, which is the World Championship. Just saying. LA Knight took on Top Dollar, and he beat Top Dollar in like 2 minutes. So with the blunt force trauma, just for them to get on the LA Knight train. Which, by the way, WWE was giving LA Knight a lot of time this past week. He won the Battle Royal at SummerSlam. He was in there on there and talked trash on the Miz on Raw, and then came on here and beat, you know, Top Dollar. So yeah, that's what's going on.
One of these things is not like the other. That's all I'm gonna say.
Does it involve Top Dollar? It has to involve Top Dollar.
Yes,
I'm saying, but I think right now he's about to go into a rivalry with the Miz anyway. Backstage, the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley in their suits, having drinks, having wine.
Are the suits better this week?
Yes.
Okay.
And first of all,
well, at least Bobby and Montez.
It's a black suit. Because I know. Look, we gotta hide it, y'all. We know you're talking about Angelo.
No, I'm talking about both of them.
We saw Bobby had a decent suit on last week.
I didn't say Bobby had on a cardigan sweater with a lapel. I'm talking about
because Bobby clean, boy. I tell you, we ain't gonna hit on Bobby dress game now.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm just. It was giving me K&G Deacon.
Bullshit. That's a see.
I'm talking about Angelo.
Oh, I'm about to say because
Angelo suit. I told y'all last week it was giving guest pastor.
He only here for this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And not communion, or not the last Sunday, but you just here. Fair enough, because I think whoever be tailoring Bobby, he got him looking fresh.
Listen, they get him together.
Because even like when Big E used to wear shoes, I'm just like, this just looks loose.
Yeah, Big E always kind of just looked like his clothes was swimming. If it wasn't like wrestling gear, it was just there. It was hanging.
So they in the back, and they talk about partnership with new opportunities, and then how the last week feel. He says, but you know, one of the greatest failures, something like that, is untapped potential. And now I'm not saying that y'all got potential, because y'all have had great success here, tag team champions and all that stuff like that. But we can do more.
What's more for the two of them, though?
Look, I'm telling you.
Why y'all dog whistling and talking about how Montez can be great? Just
listen.
What's more?
Right now, whatever this is, whether it's Hurt Business 2.0, whether it's something new, whatever this is, fans is eating this up. Now, there has been rumors about Trick Williams.
Oh, God.
Obviously, Melo can't do nothing because he's the champion right now. But I'm like, I think if y'all just establish a new, fresh group with Bobby, like, you know, they're going to need a mouthpiece. I like Bobby talking. I like Bobby getting more of that. But I'm also like, I want Bobby to be the world heavyweight champion, be the powerhouse, okay? But I also want Montez, this to be a vehicle for him to, you know, be a platform. Because, look, here's the thing. The bloodline is going away, okay?
I never thought I would say it, but
Montez not to be
thank
goofy,
God.
though.
What would you say, Prime?
I need Montez not to be goofy, though, if he going to do this heel thing.
Well, okay. You are right. I agree with you. I
1,000% agree.
I agree with you, Prime. You ain't going to get no argument out of me. I need to see the presentation. Like, I need to see what they look like in their first official match under this new regime. I need to see, like, are we doing red solo cups? Are we doing the dancing in the ring? Are we spinning the chain around the neck? Like, what are we actually doing with the presentation? Or are they coming out like Hurt Business style? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the presentation of the Street Profits when it comes to this?
Y'all do be having him in there looking like a goofball sometimes, so let's not do that again.
And like I said, as of right now, I'm enjoying the presentation. So, but once again, we gotta see it in action. And once again, once you heard and see it in action, then you can work out the little kinks of it. That's the same thing that happened with the first thing with Hurt Business. They just did the MVP Shelton and Bobby, and it's like then we gradually worked to that, and then it became, you know, we brought in Cedric, became a great group, and next thing you know, that was the thing of 2021 until Vince was like, fuck it, or 2020, excuse me. This one, I'm just like, okay, take your time with it, build it up.
Vince was like, you will never ever see Hurt Business again.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it was pissed. But guess what? I'm like, why doesn't Bobby deserve that? You know, they go out there and have another group. So work with that. Work with the three, and get that taken off. And then you can bring in Trick, or you can bring in Melo, you can bring in Bianca, you can bring in any of these. Hell, you can bring in Ricochet. Y'all did Cedric the one other time. Why not bring in Ricochet this time? He keep losing. Just lost to Logan Paul and just kept cheating. I'm just like, yo, why not?
Too light.
Huh? You need to say that.
I ain't say that.
You know what? You know what though? I'm with Prom on that one.
What are you talking?
I ain't say that.
You know damn well. You know damn well what you said. He said he too light.
You said it.
Yo, you on record.
You can go back and listen to the footage. I ain't say nothing.
Okay.
I wish y'all could see my face right now.
Listen,
what?
I'm with whoever said it. Ricochet.
No, we not doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing it, Rico.
We're doing it.
Rico halfway there with the y'all talking about Philly Beers.
Absolutely.
And then this urban youth is out there just wrestling in the gold chains like it's the 80s. Like, come on now.
Ain't nobody can wrestle with a gold chain. And wear Jordans.
Look, I'm just saying. So
I don't know.
You put that man in the suit. Come on,
he's gonna be Cedric Alexander.
Yes, he takes that role, but I think he can do it better than Cedric.
I don't know.
Yeah, we not sleeping on. What's all this Ricochet hate?
I don't have. I'm definitely not the person with the Ricochet hate.
It's not hate. It's just not it.
If you're gonna revamp the group, don't do the same thing.
Who would y'all rather have, Ricochet or Trick?
Ricochet.
Trick.
What do you need him for? If you need a mouthpiece, then Trick Williams.
I was asking.
Because honestly, what else he gonna do?
How about who? Trick and Russell. Okay.
I wouldn't know.
You don't watch NXT.
Whenever I see this man, I see why they split him up. Whenever I see him, he's just coming in behind.
Yo, like Trick said, you writing the check that your ass can't cash. What you say to me? So, that was funny. Priest was pissed. United States Championship match. Also, they're taking on Rey Mysterio. Look, ding dong, the heaven has rung because that belt is off of Austin Theory, and it's on Rey Mysterio.
But why Rey Mysterio?
It don't, because they're setting up for the build up of the turn eventually to Santos. Santos supposed to have a match tonight. He gets injured.
You say that. There's another guy that could have easily won this belt.
And I'm just saying about his way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying could have easily won this belt and had everybody cheering, but they don't do that. So
I agree with you, Prime, 1,000%. I agree with you. I don't think they should just pull that trigger,
that
but they
did.
did.
That man is a Hall of Famer at this point. Let him rest.
You talking LA Knight?
No.
Yeah. But okay, Mysterio, yeah, I get it. But I do think now that they're trying to do the story of the eventual turn. We still wait for Carlito to come.
It very much felt like they just put their hands over their eyes, spun around, and it's like, whoever I point at, you the one who takes it. Like,
I'm not saying that because Santos was scheduled to face it.
I get it. I'm just annoyed.
I don't want this whole Rey Mysterio title run just so we can get a heel.
Title run? He not hold that title for that long.
I'm saying, but I don't care enough for them to fight over a title, like
it, bruh.
LWO.
I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna last that long. When Carlito comes back, because I think Carlito gonna come back by Payback.
Wasn't he supposed to come back in like June?
He was supposed to come back in like last month, but I'm just saying. So as of right now, I'm thinking when Carlito comes back is when the LWO becomes a heel faction. And because it was a heel faction in WCW, so why not do a heel faction now? Santos gets the belt off Mysterio, and that's what we're going to have it. And then if they want to, let Ray heal up so they can do Mysterio and Santos at Mania or at Royal Rumble, whatever the case may be. But that's what it's going to. Santos is going to be a heel. I mean, LWO got hot. Bad Bunny helped that out a lot, but that's what it was. So I'm not mad. It's Rey Mysterio. I'm not even mad at that. But anyway, main event time. Roman Reigns comes out with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa.
I'm actually called the main event time as if it's a match.
Oh, because it's all Roman do. You know what I'm saying?
He the main event.
Jimmy come out with wearing all black, and crowd is booing him. You sold out, doing all stuff like that, and then Roman does the same shit. Jimmy, don't worry about these fans. They mean nothing. You know, it's all about you. So he said, so whatever you name, whatever your price you want a new car, a boat, a yacht, it's done. A jet, done. And Jimmy said, I don't want nothing to do with you, Roman. When he did something, Sam had nothing to do with Roman at all. And Roman's face was just like, huh? No, bro, what you talking about? Like, Roman's facial expressions throughout this whole promo was hilarious, by the way. And he said, bro, you must be a little confused. You know I can make anything happen. What you want, power, position? You want to be the right hand man? You got it. We can make that happen. But then Jay come out. Jay come out there, with the little piss walk, straight hood. Like,
what you doing, man?
I need a shirt like that. I need a shirt.
You better tell me why I wasted 35 years.
37.
37?
37. And he said, but look. So, the reason that Jimmy gave, because it wasn't jealousy this time. He said,
I called it.
You did call it. And he says, look, he did it because he loved him. And he said, and Roman was in the back laughing in the corner. He doing that in a very over-the-top circle. That's why I thought this stuff was funny. And he said, I was afraid of losing you. He said, because
the power of the chief corrupts.
The power of the chief corrupts. When you win that, you become the tribal chief. And then
power corrupts, absolutely.
It does. He said, "You become the tribal chief. What does that do for the Usos? What does that mean for us? What does that mean for the brother?" Then he said that also
sound like jealousy to me.
And also he said it corrupts, and you see what happens. Because then I don't want you to be another asshole like Roman Reigns. If Roman's in the back like, what? What you talking about? Like Roman stuff in the back was gold.
Roman was comedy gold.
He was comedy gold in the back. I'm just saying, like, Roman was in the back, had me cracking up in the back. And he said, you know, I just see him become an egotistical, lying asshole like Roman. And then he says, but look, he said, I was afraid that you was going to leave. But if you don't believe me, that's fine. You don't want to speak to me, that's fine. He said, but I love you. If you want to kick my face off and take off that 37 years of pain, I'm right here. So, you know, Jay walking around, he don't do nothing. So Jimmy lead the ring. And then that's when Roman started laughing. And he said, I told you so. You told. Also, he started talking all this stuff to Jay. And Jay like, yo, shut the fuck up. Kick him right in the face. Roman goes down just like, oh, God, he kicked me. Then Soul starts attacking Jay. Jay moves out the way from Samoa Spike, super kicks his brother. Then Roman comes with a Superman punch and is like, yo, chill the fuck out. Then he about to go for a spear. Jay like, nah, super kick, I speared you. And then everybody's just cheering for Jay. And then Jay go outside like, yo, bro, come on. We gonna hug this out. You gonna hug this out. And Jimmy like, yo, for real? We doing? Jay walk up there, super kick the shit out of Jimmy, alright? Lay his ass
Jimmy
out right
sold
now.
that like he got shot.
Jimmy showed that shit like he was straight on the block like, oh God, he's dead! Headshot.
That's because his son said Roman Reigns was gonna win. He big mad.
So then, after he do that, Jay, like a straight, you know what I'm saying, got in the camera and said, hey yo, I'm done. I quit the Bloodline. I quit SmackDown. I quit WWE. Deuces. And go right to the crowd talking about something. I appreciate y'all. Everybody's like, Jay, just hold the thumbs up and go walking to the crowd like, yo, I'm done with this shit. And walk out.
Everybody's cheering. I'm just like, y'all don't know. He just quit the company.
He just is. So here's my thing. The rumor has it that they are trying to save Jay versus Jimmy for WrestleMania.
No.
Oh, you don't want to see him get silly and Philly?
Why would we wait that long?
It's gonna happen.
Oh, it's look. I don't mind Jay versus Jimmy at Mania. I have a problem with that being the first match. I'm like, y'all, that needs to be the conclusion.
You think it'd be a feud, or you think it'd be just a one match thing?
You mean like Jeff and Matt, which that did not work out. But right now,
Jeff and Matt had 3 matches.
That's right, they did have like a whole series. But my biggest thing is, we in August, the middle of August. How in the hell are we going to go through September, October, November, December, January, February, March? We got 7 months.
I don't know, but they're gonna do it. They're gonna fight at Mania.
I think they're gonna fight at Mania. I'm saying, but they're not gonna keep Jey Uso off TV for 7 months. They're not gonna do that.
But
especially with no Roman there, they're not gonna do that.
I do know that in an interview they was like, look, do we want to fight at Mania one day? Yes, but is it gonna happen? We don't know. But it was like, it's gonna bring us back to being in the living room when we was kids. So like, we do want to fight at Mania against each other just because of that feeling. So. Maybe Rikishi's the referee. I don't know. We don't know, but it's so stupid.
No, I think it's gonna be like, remember how it was with the Briscoes, and their dad was just like, all right, y'all done kick each other ass now, go back to get business kicking ass. I mean, if
Rikishi does do that, that would be nice too.
it may be a thing, or it may be like Rikishi comes like, I'm gonna try to talk my son into coming back, or probably try to talk to sense to Jimmy. I don't know how this thing is gonna go. It is keeping me intrigued, but I'm like, I can see this thing getting very redundant, because if Roman's going to leak, I think Roman got injured in the match. And he gonna be going away for a minute. So Roman got to leave, and then he got to leave. I'm just saying, that's gonna be very hard to do to hold it off to Mania.
I don't know if they hold on, but if Roman leaves and like all them, if Jimmy started start quote unquote being main event Jimmy, do you think that they can build him up to fight Jay? Because right now, if Jimmy and Jay fight, obviously I'm gonna choose Jay because Jay's been built up.
The only thing, but Jimmy has to be away from, because that would be a whole contradiction, and I don't want Jimmy in Jay's place. I don't want that. I don't want Jimmy being the right hand man. I don't want no more of this.
No, not the right hand man. I'm saying if Roman is gone, have Jimmy just start like having more matches.
Well, yeah, that's what I would have to do. Like Jimmy would have to go do his own thing, do more matches, win more matches, and then all of a sudden he starts establishing himself while Jay is gone, and then because I think eventually you're going to bring Rikishi into this somehow. But they going to have at least 3 matches. But because the first I thought it was going to be at Payback, and I'm just like, and it's a possibility because a lot of people don't stay fired or with my fingers up or stay that far away when they're supposed to be gone for that long. And I can see them being the first match be at Payback, and you can have Jimmy win that one in a very heelish way. Then you could bring in the Rikishi, but I really don't know. I really don't know where this is going. But they're doing everything they can for the storyline. They even moved Jay to the alumni section. So it's I don't know what the plan is, but that's it makes me a little nervous. I'm just like, because the first match to me, I'm sorry, they can't be in Philly. That's just too long of a wait, and WWE don't have that kind of that juice right now. You talking
about for? Nah, they can. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good way for all of them to take a vacation